Hello everyone, I'm Lamont Gilchrist. www.lgfitnessmessiah.com is my webpage. Lamont Gilchrist, all caps, one name, on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. We'll be posting some new Instagram footage pretty soon here. Once I get back into the serious portion of my training. I'm going to talk about a couple issues that I really want to address to hopefully open up people's eyes and hopefully make true changes in their family, with their friends, with their loved ones. I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I love my job. I really do. It's fulfilling to me. I love doing the research. I love learning new things. I love the hard work of trying different routines, me dieting, eating differently, changing my routine, 14 days, 3 weeks, to a month at a time to see what kind of response I'm going to get. I love my clients and the people that I work with and the people that help me, that do these different routines and help me to come to improve and be a better trainer, a better nutritionist, a better scientist, allow me to be more enlightened with a larger group of subjects. But with that said, if I could truly teach everyone, or everyone can truly learn nutrition, health, how important that it is to the masses, how to exercise, how to eat, supplementation, what are good, what are bad, then I would probably be out of business. But that's what I try to do every day, especially with these free videos and things and stuff of this nature, is that I put it out there. I believe ultimately health should be held for free. This information, working with a trainer, be part of in your health insurance, supplementation, your doctor have to do better research and become enlightened on preventative instead of just acute. Be true professionals. I believe that this should be a free and a humane right for all across the world. That we all should have an opportunity at good health, eating healthy. I think it should be a global initiative. I think that everyone should make a big fuss about why it's not going on. Like, I think gasoline, fossil fuels are overrated. I think we should have came up with an alternative source of fuel for cars and engines and jets and other things. The only reason that I feel that a lot of these things aren't explored and they have not come up with the solution for these particular things or really push the issue is because it keeps people in a bucket. It keeps them trapped. It keeps them being consumers. It keeps them buying stuff. It keeps them consumers of big industry, insurance companies. It keeps them consumers of the top elite of the top of the top. And as long as us as people, we don't have this enlightenment, or we don't have the knowledge of what's being going on to us, how we're being bamboozled, how we're being poisoned, how our kids are being poisoned with this high fructose corn syrup and things of that nature, we continue to go down these roads and die by the hundreds of thousands, millions. You know, slavery was bad, and everybody looked at me and they're like, whoa, he's going there. But yeah, slavery was terrible. What's even worse than the fact that we went through slavery and that it was bad is that they're trying to erase it so that we can go back through slavery. They're changing what they said slavery was. They're changing the whole contents of it, like with affirmative action. I don't believe in affirmative action. Someone will say, well, dang. But I went to school on an academic and athletic scholarship, but a lot of people have gotten the opportunity to do affirmative action. I don't believe in affirmative action. But this is what affirmative action is. Affirmative action is we in history as a nation, as a civilization, have screwed or fucked, and you don't even hear me curse, a lot of people. And in this process, we need to try to level this playing field. That's what affirmative action was. So, for them to do away with something that was needed like affirmative action, that's why I don't believe in affirmative action, because you can't undo a process. Like, you can't go exercise off something that you already done. The process, whatever it was going to do inside the body has already taken form and it's already been converted. All you can do is try not to continue to do those things until it becomes so harmful that it kills you. But back to what I was saying about affirmative action. So, in my belief, if we never had conducted ourselves, or if humanity, or people who say they are humane, Homo sapiens, never had conducted themselves in such a manner, then there would be no need for a lot of these things, affirmative actions and all the other things. But even worse than that, even worse than that, is that why would you do away with something? Because they say, well, it discriminates to other groups and stuff like that. In all my years of looking at law, and I look at law too, that's one of my things that I like to look at. And in general, the old don't spit on the sidewalk or don't ride your buggy across this or horse or all these other laws, that's old, that really don't apply because we have evolved as a civilization, as humanity, they become irrelevant. So you don't have to do away with certain laws, especially like affirmative action, if it's not needed. Because if it's not needed, it becomes irrelevant. So obviously, it's not irrelevant. So that's what I mean by history and the different things that happen to conduct and to change people's minds and not to allow them to see the truth. And just because we are not going through the physical bondage, well, we are, and mental bondage of slavery, but you just don't know it because you've been bamboozled and it isn't put out there like Lil Wayne on the video. It ain't put out there like Martin or Malcolm or people that's putting it out there that's been putting it out there. Yeah, you can get it on YouTube, and social media is putting a great light on a lot of situations and incidents that go on. But we are forgetting, and in forgetting, history will repeat itself in some form or fashion. It's just been proven throughout history and civilizations. If you study civilizations and you study history, then you would know that to be almost factual. But back to not so gloom and a gloom subject. Yeah, I would love for my job to be eliminated, or I would love to have to challenge myself and evolve as a trainer, evolve as a nutritionalist, because everyone is knowledgeable, so it made me all the way on point. I can't BS nobody, and that's what I try to do. This is what I put into who I am. And I feel every nutritionist, every trainer should do that. You should be able to go up and ask a nutritionist, doctor, trainer, anybody that works in the medical field that's to phys ed and anatomy, biology, chemistry, nutrition, and can come out their mouth that they say that they do this. You should be able to ask anything about nutrition, how to eat, muscle tissue, connective tissue, illnesses, blah, blah, blah. And they should be able to give you a response in a scientific manner and in a manner that you can understand, because then they can explain it so that you can understand in layman's terms. And if not, they should be able to come back the next day and give you an explanation to the question that you asked. If they cannot do that, and they, calories and blah, 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 to your satisfaction, they are really not up to par to learn from, or probably to even train with, or to take their information. People being so lazy, and I said it, y'all are lazy, and most of us are in most cases, but people being so lazy, you do not challenge the people who call themselves professionals to be professionals. I just told this person a story, man. I'm getting off track, man. I was taking something back, and I'm in Walmart, customer service, returning something because it didn't work to how I felt that it should work. Took it back up. The lady was just rude to me. Oh, you should rip the thing off and blah, blah, blah. I told the lady, I said, hey, I didn't rip the thing off. I cut it with scissors. It's a plastic thing, and it didn't have, and it had this thing, and it said it was wireless. The lady told me it was wireless. I didn't want it, so she looked out through it and said, is all the stuff in? I was like, yeah, I don't steal, you know. So she go on and keep on talking about ripping the thing. And I'm like, lady, I cut the thing, and you work here at Walmart, customer service. You know what I'm saying? This is your job. This is what you chose to do. This is how you pay your bills. Why are you complaining for the things that you're supposed to be doing, your job that you are getting compensated for, and me doing this? You know, I'm just thinking this on my head. And so she going to this, and then for some reason, you know, I was like, man, you're being pretty rude. And she going to, oh, Jesus. I said, that will probably explain it, because the J just came around with the last letter of the alphabet. You might mean Yeshua, but you confused about a lot of different things. And, you know, I didn't really mean to go in on her, and we just started laughing. And eventually, we just laughed, and she kept on saying what I said, and I was like, oh, I didn't rip the thing. But the point is that people are so rude nowadays and so abusive and think they know so much. And even I try not to be. That's why I try to stay humble. That's why I humble myself. I practice being humble. I pray for humility. Because we are becoming a rude nation. We are becoming a nation of know-it-alls. And we do not do the research, and we just run with the first thing that we hear, and we take it to be matter of fact. And we are getting screwed. We are getting screwed. We are getting screwed. Give you another example. Like, I could go to the hood to a store, and the food is way higher than if I go somewhere that is not the hood to a suburb to a store. How is that fair? And no one complains about those things. But, you know, you close a club, they want to run and pitchfork with City Hall. You know, little things that you are being abused and being bamboozled about that you should be aware of, and that you should have some concern, because it will affect generations, economics throughout generations, and keep us in these particular bondage. We make no changes, we make no fuss, and we do nothing about. So this is why I give out this information. I give this information out to educate, and hopefully I'll educate enough that their eyes will become open and enlightened, and we will make a change or a difference. My job will have to evolve, doctor's job will have to evolve, the way that medication and the way that the medical field will have to evolve, so that we will not be bamboozled as we've been bamboozled for centuries. So, once again, my name is Lamont Gilchrist. I hope this information helps. Thanks.